You've been lied to about intelligence. High IQ isn't about being naturally smart. It's about a set of habits that most people ignore every single day. And here's the problem: you might be working hard, but if you're missing these habits, you're still falling behind. By the end, you'll see the exact 10 habits that quietly separate people who keep leveling up from those who stay stuck. And the last one is the real game changer. Look at top students, fast-growing entrepreneurs, or people who just seem to figure things out faster than everyone else. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's how they think and what they repeatedly do. Let's break that open. Habit 1, they protect their attention. Most people lose their focus before they even start. Notifications, scrolling, constant switching. We live in an era of fractional attention, where we give everyone a piece of our mind, leaving nothing for ourselves. High IQ individuals treat attention like a limited resource, because it is. They understand that every time you check a ping on your phone, you aren't just losing 5 seconds. You're losing the momentum of thought that takes nearly 20 minutes to get back. They don't just try to focus, they build a fortress around their headspace. They use do not disturb modes, they clear their desks, and they treat their deep work hours as sacred. Quick question: could you focus for 30 minutes straight without checking your phone? If not, that's the bottleneck. It's not that you aren't smart enough, it's that your brain is being interrupted before it can solve the hard problems. Because the quality of your focus determines the quality of your results. Habit 2, they build systems, not just goals. Goals sound good. They look great on a vision board. But systems actually work. Anyone can say, I want success, or I want to be the best in my field. That's just a wish. High IQ thinkers ask a different question: what daily system guarantees it? They realize that you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Instead of cramming for 10 hours before a major exam or a deadline, which is an unstable, high-stress tactic, they design a system of daily, incremental study. Habit 3, they question their own thinking. Most people protect their ego at all costs. They want to be right more than they want to be successful. Smart people, however, challenge their own ego. They don't marry their ideas, they keep them on a short leash. They constantly ask the most powerful question in the room: what if I'm wrong? That one question forces immediate growth because it opens up the possibility of a better perspective. Think about it: when something fails, the average mindset looks for someone or something to blame on the outside. They blame the economy, the teacher, or the algorithm. But the high IQ mindset analyzes the inside. They look at their own logic, their own biases, and their own mistakes. Habit 4, they spend time thinking without noise. Most people are addicted to constant stimulation. From the moment they wake up to the moment they sleep, there is a background track of music, videos, or scrolling. But high IQ individuals intentionally create silence. They understand that clarity is not something you find, it is something you allow to emerge when the noise stops. Because that's where real thinking happens. Have you ever wondered why your best ideas always seem to come in the shower, or while you're out for a walk without headphones? That's not a random coincidence. That is your brain finally getting the bandwidth it needs to connect the dots. When you saturate your mind with external input 24/7, you're essentially suffocating your own original thoughts. No space equals no clarity. By stepping away from the noise, smart thinkers allow their subconscious to process complex problems, leading to those aha moments that others miss because they were too busy listening to a podcast. Habit 5, they delay gratification. This is where most people fail. It's the ultimate filter for success. Life is a constant battle between short-term comfort and long-term gain. High IQ individuals consistently choose the discomfort of the now, so they can win in the future. They understand the law of compounding, not just in money but in skills and intelligence. While others are hunting for the quick dopamine hit of a video game or social media validation, they are building. While others are relaxing and consuming, they are learning and producing. This isn't because they lack the desire for fun, it's because they have a higher time horizon. They can look 6 months, a year, or 5 years down the line and see that the effort they put in today is an investment that will pay off with interest. Habit 6, they learn how to learn. Most people simply consume information. They read a book or watch a tutorial and assume that because the information entered their eyes, it is now part of their brain. High IQ individuals know better. They don't just consume information, they process it. They use techniques like the Feynman technique or active recall. They test themselves constantly. They try to explain complex concepts to others in the simplest terms possible. Why? Because they know that understanding always beats memorization. If you memorize a fact, you own it for a day. If you understand the principle, you own it for a lifetime. They treat their brain like a muscle that needs resistance to grow. If the learning feels easy, they know they aren't actually growing. If you can't explain a concept to a 6-year-old, you don't really understand it yourself. Habit 7, they stay calm under pressure. Pressure has a physical effect on the brain. It triggers the fight or flight response, which effectively shuts down the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for logic and complex problem solving. This is why most people panic. They rush their movements, they stop thinking clearly, and they make impulsive, bad decisions that they regret later. High IQ individuals understand this biological trap, so they intentionally slow down. They don't try to remove the pressure. They know that's impossible in high-stakes environments. Instead, they control their internal response to it. They use tactical breathing, they break the problem into tiny, manageable steps, and they refuse to be hurried by the ticking clock. By staying calm, they keep their analytical mind online, while everyone else is operating on pure emotion. That clarity of thought in the middle of a storm is where better decisions come from, and it's why they appear to have a superpower in a crisis. Habit 8, they choose better environments. Your environment shapes your thinking more than your effort ever will. You can be the hardest worker in the room, but if that room is filled with average thinking, your ceiling will remain low. High IQ individuals understand that they are the average of the inputs they allow into their lives. They are ruthless about their social and physical circles. They surround themselves with people who challenge them, people who ask harder questions, and people who have already solved the problems they are currently facing. They know that better conversations lead to better ideas, and better ideas change everything. Habit 9, they take action early. Most people wait to feel ready. They wait for the perfect plan, the perfect weather, or the perfect amount of certainty before they take the first step. But that moment never comes. High IQ individuals move before they're ready. They understand a fundamental truth that most people miss. Action creates clarity. You don't learn the nuances of a craft by sitting in a library or watching from the sidelines. You learn by doing. Hesitation is often just a sophisticated form of procrastination disguised as research. While the average person is busy overanalyzing every possible risk, the high IQ thinker is already collecting data from their first few mistakes. Habit 10, they close the gap between thinking and doing. This is the real difference. And almost nobody talks about it. Most people live in a state of infinite loops. They experience a cycle that looks like this: think, then doubt, then delay, then overthink, and eventually, quit. This gap, the distance between the moment an idea is born and the moment a hand touches a keyboard or a phone makes a call, is where most potential goes to die. High IQ individuals live in a different reality. Their cycle is think, act, adjust, and improve. They have a remarkably short latent period. They don't waste mental cycles fighting themselves or negotiating with their own fear. They understand that the perfect plan implemented tomorrow is worth far less than the good plan implemented 5 minutes ago. They don't wait for the internal resistance to disappear. They simply move. And that speed of execution, the sheer velocity at which they turn thoughts into tangible reality, is exactly what makes them look smarter than everyone else. They aren't necessarily better at thinking. They are just significantly faster at doing. So the truth is simple. It's not about having a higher IQ. It's about having fewer internal barriers. Less hesitation. Less distraction. Less overthinking. More action. More clarity. More momentum. That's the real edge. They protect their attention. They build systems. They question themselves. They think in silence. They delay gratification. They learn deeply. They stay calm. They choose better environments. They act early. And most importantly, they close the gap between thinking and doing. Don't try to change everything. Pick one habit. Start today. That's how real progress begins. If you're serious about leveling up your mindset and execution, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what actually helps you move forward. Because here's the trap. You can build all the right habits, but if you don't understand why bad habits keep pulling you back, you'll keep repeating the same cycle. The next video breaks down the psychology behind bad habits, what actually causes them, why willpower fails, and how to finally break them for good. Once you see what's really happening in your brain, you'll never look at your habits the same way again.